The world generation in Minecraft can be considered quite boring, especially if you play the game a lot. In no time you will have seen all the biomes and structures and the worlds will just start appearing very plain. While in my opinion this goes for every single world, it is most notable in the Nether and End dimensions, because these worlds get close to no attention from Mojang. All the cool stuff always appears in the overworld. But I do think the Nether and End could be a lot better if they just receive the right treatment. And because Mojang is not giving that treatment, the community has been doing it themselves. So it is time to ignore the overworld. Because today we're gonna take a look at some awesome mods that will completely overhaul the world generation of the Nether and End. Nocape is one of those mods that will completely overhaul your end dimension. It makes it look absolutely stunning. Nocape increases the world height of the end dimension to 384 blocks. And you can clearly see that flying across these massive islands. They are absolutely huge. And you feel so tiny compared to them. While the better island world generation is for sure the coolest thing that Nocape offers, it also adds some brand new biomes. For example, this amazing crystal-like biome over here. For some reason, the glowstone fits really well in the end. And while before, end cities were some of the biggest structures in the end, they now look rather small compared to the rest. And what about all these cool flying rocks? It really feels like we're in space, which in my opinion fits perfectly. And this has to be my favorite island that Nocape adds. It looks so dark and grim and almost creepy. You will also be able to find phantoms here, which, when you think about it, makes total sense. And these gigantic peaks make you feel even smaller than you already are. And as this mod is made by the same creator as TerraLive, it is also available as a data pack. So if you want to add it to a vanilla Minecraft server or world, that is totally possible. Incendium is a Nether world generation mod also created by the developers of TerraLive. In other words, for Incendium 2, there's a data pack alternative, and it completely overhauls the Netherworld. And oh boy, does it look fantastic. The mod adds 8 brand new biomes to the Nether, and they are really cool. But besides only biomes, this mod pack also adds a couple of items and mobs. For example, restless spirits that can be found inside of the withered forest that I'm currently in. And now you're even able to find villages inside of the Nether. So these are piglin villages. Everything here is built with Nether materials, of course, and you can actually find some pretty cool loot inside of these houses. They even have little farms. I mean, they're doing their best. But being able to find villages like this in the Nether is extremely cool. You can't tell me that this doesn't just look beautiful. Being able to find awesome biomes like this really makes it so that you want to explore the Nether. There is so much more to find and everything feels more unique. If I would find a biome like this in the Nether, I would build my house there 100% of the time. The next mod of today is one for the end dimension. It is called Nether End. Immediately after you leave the main island, you will be greeted with all the cool stuff this mod has to offer. This world looks absolutely nothing like what the regular End looks like. There are trees, there are brand new mobs, which are not Endermen. There are ponds of water, and there are lots of different biomes that look absolutely stunning. This mod adds a total of 24 biomes to the End, along with 6 brand new mobs. It also adds an insane amount of new blocks, 9 different types of wood, and 7 new types of stone. The amount of stuff that this mod adds is absolutely unreal. Finally, the end dimension is a place you want to explore. It is a place where you want to build a base. And it's a world that now, all of a sudden, might be even more interesting than Mojang's overworld. Also, with this mod, you're able to find end villages. And they look incredible. And we've not even talked about the caves yet, which are now in pretty much every single island, and store a lot of cool and valuable materials. Regions Unexplored is another amazing Minecraft generation mod that tremendously improves the generation of your overworld. But not just that, it also significantly improves the world generation of the Nether. Just look at how vivid and beautiful these biomes are. They look absolutely stunning. For some reason, mod packs like this make me very happy and very sad at the same time. It shows how incredible the Nether can be, but it is so sad that this is not what the vanilla Nether looks like, and casual players that don't use mods will probably never experience this. But it is awesome and beautiful and very, very cool. Regions Unexplored actually adds a ton of new blocks and items to the game, which only further enhances the look of all of these biomes. This is stunning. This is just beautiful. And then it is time for the last mod of today. It is called Better Nether, and like suggested by the name, it completely revamps the Nether world. And not just by a little bit. It doesn't only completely change the world generation, but it also adds numerous new blocks, weapons, items, and mobs. Like this little tentacle fella. How you doing? With the Incendium mod pack, which we looked at before, you still kinda have that vanilla Minecraft feeling, even though it adds a ton of new biomes. With Better Nether, that vanilla feeling is completely gone. And you can clearly see you're in a completely modded Nether. It is really cool and very impressive. And there's now so crazy much to explore in the Nether, you will not get bored in a big wow. It is so cool, and probably my favorite Nether overhaul mod I've seen so far. And these were all the mods I wanted to show you today. Now I do want to make clear that there are many more cool mods out there that will significantly improve your Nether and End generation. But these are just my 5 personal favorites that I think you should check out. These 5 mods will for sure make these 2 forgotten Minecraft dimensions worth visiting again. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You would help me out so much by doing that. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.